Good morning, everyone. So the last in our unit 4 is routing algorithms. As we have seen already, we see the important responsibilities of network layer. Routing and forwarding are the responsibilities other than many other responsibilities. So forwarding is simply handovering or connecting the input to the output at the router. But the routing is very important. The routing algorithms data decides finds the shortest path from source to destination. So the source to destination path is decided by routing algorithms. Forwarding is simply the input is which input is connected to which output at the router. So there are three types of routing algorithms we are going to discuss in our syllabus. One is link state LS routing algorithms, DV routing algorithms, distance vector, finally hierarchical routing. So interplay between routing and forwarding, as we know already, routing algorithm determines end-to-end path through the network. End-to-end means source to destination. But while coming to forwarding, determines local forwarding at this router. So based on the address range, the incoming packet is handed over to output link. If it is address range 1 in this scenario, that is hand over to output link 3. If it is address range 2, hand over to second output link. 3 also hand over to second output link. If the address range is 4, hand over to output link 1. So this is about forwarding. But routing determines the end-to-end path through the network. If you look at in this scenario, IP destination address in arriving packet sender. So whenever the packet is arriving at any route at any router, it consists of destination IP address. So based on the destination IP address, the routing has to. So in this, based on this address, it is hand over to link 2. So in this, so the router observes the destination IP address, and I find out what is the range of the address. So based on that range, that is handed over to the concerned output link. That is the responsibility of that is nothing but forwarding. That is done at the router. So let us look at the graphs abstraction in the network. In this scenario, let us assume that there are 6 nodes in this network, and you can also observe here it is the network is denoted as a graph here. Let us say the graph is G of n comma E, where n is representing set of routers. See here how many routers in this scenario? There are 6 routers. UV, XX, YZ, and E is denoting set of links. Set of links UV, UX, VX, VW, like XW. These are the links in this network. So E is denoting the links in the network. N is denoting set of routers in the network. So this is nothing but a graph G. So graph is expressed in terms of N and E, where N is the number of routers, set of routers, and E is the set of links. N is set of routers and E is set of links. So this graphical representation of network we are going to use in our routing algorithms. So this abstraction is useful in other network contexts also, like a P2P, in P2P networks also, where N is the set of peers and E is the set of TCP connections. As we have seen already, P2P is nothing but mesh topology. N is the set of peers and E is the set of TCP connections. So this graph abstraction of a network we are going to use in our routing algorithms. So here graph is G, which is expressed in terms of N and D, where N is the set of routers and E is the set of links. Then graph abstraction costs here, if you can observe here on the links, various numerical values are written. They are the cost of the network. If let us say C of x comma x bar, the cost of link x to x bar, example, in our scenario W to Z. You can look here, cost of W to Z is 5. So cost of the link from W to Z is 5. Okay. So here the cost should be always one, it should be less or inversely released proportional to bandwidth or inversely proportional to congestion. So here the cost of the path from x1 to xp is simply cost from x1 to x2 plus cost from x2 to x3 plus and so on cost xp minus 1 to xp. Here our interest is we need to find what is the cost of the path from source to destination. Here we need to find what is the shortest path from source to destination so that the cost of the path will be less. Here the key question is what is the least cost path between U and Z, for example. So if you want to find the least cost path between U and Z, we need to use the routing algorithms. So the algorithm that finds the least cost path. Least cost path. That is the purpose of routing algorithms, which are used to find the least cost path from source to destination. Source to destination. So let us look at the classification of routing algorithms. So global or decentralized information, one way classified, second one is static or dynamic. So if it is global routing algorithm, so all routers have complete topology and link cost information also. So all the routers present in the network must have the topology, complete topology as well as link cost information. The example algorithm comes under this global is link state algorithms. So link state algorithms are global algorithms where all routers maintain the cost information. Decentralized. The other one is the router knows physically connected neighbors and link cost to the neighbors. The router will know what are the physically connected neighbors to the router as well as it also know the link cost to neighbors. So it's a iterative process of computation, exchange of information with neighbors. So it's a iterative process. It is not possible to find the shortest path in a single iteration. We need to perform the same task many times so that we will get the shortest path from source to destination. So here the examples are distance vector algorithms. The second topic in our routing algorithms is DV algorithms. First one is LS algorithms. LS algorithms are global algorithms. LS stands for link state algorithms. Link state algorithms. Second one is decentralized, where these algorithms are called as distance vector algorithms. DV algorithms. LS algorithms, DV algorithms. Finally, hierarchical algorithms we will be having in our syllabus. Whether the routing algorithms are static or dynamic. If it is a static, routers change slowly over the time. If it is a dynamic, router change more quickly. If it is a dynamic nature, the router change more quickly. There is a periodic update at the router in response to link cost changes. So this is about some classification of these routing algorithms, LS algorithms, DV algorithms, then hierarchical algorithms. So now in today's class, let us look at these link state routing algorithms. 1 minute. So the first one is link state routing algorithm. So this is an example of link state routing. This is one of the link state routing algorithm. That is Dijkstra's algorithm. So in this, as I told you, it is a global algorithm. A global, it comes under global category. The net topology as well as link cost known to all the nodes in the network. The cost of all the links as well as net topology is known to all the nodes. So it is accomplished via link state broadcast. We'll see in detail link state broadcast. All nodes have same information. So here we need to compute the least cost path from one node to all other nodes. One node to all other nodes. One node is, we will consider it as a source node. So in this LS algorithm, we are going to compute the least cost path from source to all other nodes in the network. So it gives the forwarding table for that node. So it is iterative process. So after k iterations, we know least cost path to k destinations. For example, if there are 10 number of nodes, after 5 iterations, we are able to find the least cost path to 5 destinations. If k is 7, so after 7 iterations, we will come to know the least cost path to 7 nodes in the network. So after 10 iterations, we will come to know what is the least cost path to all the nodes within the network from one source node. So these are some notations we need to keep in mind. C of x comma y. So the link cost from node x to node y. Link cost from node x to node y. C of x comma y. Cost from node x to y is infinite if not direct numbers. If x and y are not direct numbers, it is infinite initially. Otherwise, we will mention the cost from x to y. This is the thing you need to keep in mind. Next, d of v. This is the current value of cost. Current value of cost of the path from source to destination v. Here v is a destination. So d of v is the current value of the cost of the path from source to destination v. P of v is the preceded node, previous preceded node along the path from source to v. We will see in that example what is d of v, what is p of v. Then n bar is representing set of nodes whose least cost path definitely known. Set of nodes whose least cost path definitely known. So C of x comma is the cost from x to y. D of is the current value of the cost of the path. P of is the predecessor's node, and n bar is set of nodes whose least cost path definitely known. So this is the algorithm. So first initialization. So let us start with the source u. For all nodes, we need to find what is the distance to all the nodes in the network. If the nodes are not immediate neighbors, then the distance will become infinite. Otherwise, the distance we will find from node u to all the nodes. So for that, we need to perform the iteration. We will see in the example, don't worry. So look at here. So I ask you to note down this if possible, note down this scenario. Note down this scenario. You will take 5 minutes and note down this table. We'll fill the table and note down this network also. I request all of you so that it is very easy. You will understand clearly. Note down and respond now. So there are 6 here, 6 nodes. Initially, we are assuming that the source is at U. From U, node U2, we are finding the shortest path to all the other nodes in the network. All the other nodes in the network. So note down and respond. Take 5 minutes and respond. Then we will see. Note చేస్తున్నారా? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here we are starting at U, right? We have to find the distance to all other nodes from U. If the nodes are immediately neighbors, we will note down the cost, distance in terms of cost. If they are not immediate neighbors, we will write it as infinite. So from U to V, U1, V are directly connected, right? Neighbors. The distance is 7. U1, W, distance is 3. From U to X, distance is 5. So U to V, distance is 7. U to W, in terms of cost, 3. U to X, 5. U to Y, Here u and y is not the immediate neighbor of u. We will write it as infinite. We don't know in the first interrupt. Initially, we don't know. Similarly, u1 w also, u1 z also not the immediate neighbors. We don't know the distance initially. So here we'll get 7, 3 and 5 remaining are infinites. Okay, 7 u, 3 u, 5 u, infinite and infinite. Is it clear my first step? This is d of v comma p of v, d of w, p of w, d of x, p of x from u, u to v, u to w, u to x. Clear my first step, initial step here? Because here v, w, x are the immediate neighbors. The costs are from u to v 7, u to w 3, u to x 5. The previous node is u here. Is it clear my first step? Here u and y are not immediate neighbors. U and z also not immediate neighbors. That's why here we denote it as infinites. Is it clear ma?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here out of these, the first step, the least one is 3 comma u, right? Least path, least cost is 3, right? Among 3, 5 and 7, least cost is 3. So round of this 3 comma u. Okay, here the distance 3 is the distance from u to w, u to w. That's why choose the path from u to w first, u to w to find the route, to find the distance to the other nodes in the network, because u to v is w is the shortest path among these three. Out of 3, 5 and 7, 3 is the shortest one. That's why choose the path from u to w to find the shortest path to all other nodes in the network. So if you choose u to x, the cost is 5. If you choose u to v, the cost is 7. So out of these three, u to v, u to w is the shortest path. That's why consider the path from u to w. Round of this the least one and consider the path uw. From uw, next step, uw to all other nodes in the network. So uw, what is the distance to v? By using this path, 1 minute, right? This path 3 plus 3 6. So u to v direct is 7, u to v through w is 6, 6 comma w. If you come in this path, the cost is 6. uw is already calculated here earlier. Then x. Okay, u to x through this one 3 comma 4. 3 comma 4 is large. Direct path is 5. That is already found in our last step. No change in this. No change in this. Okay, instead of going through w, you can directly go to x. The cost is 5. If you are going through w, the cost is 7. So the least is 5. We will continue with the same path. Then y, u, w and y. 3 plus 8 is 11. 11 comma w. W is the previous node, preceder node. Then U to Z. U to Z is infinite here because we are considering only W here. From W to Z there is no direct connection. That's why here the cost is infinite. So in this step also here we need to identify what is the least one. What is the least among this cost ma? What is the least one? Which path we have to choose ma? Based on the cost only, right? Initially 3 comma U, that's why you choose an U to W. Now the least one is 5, right? Five, right? That's why now we will move to U, W and X. U, W and X. Least one. Then this one U, W, X. From this we need to find what is the least cost to all other nodes in the network. All other nodes in the network. So to node V, 3 plus 3 is 6. Okay. Node Y, 3 plus 8 is 11. Node Z, you follow this path, 3 plus 4 plus how much? 9 is the more. 3 plus 1 minute ma to U W X kada. Okay. What is the least one here? 5 plus 9 is the least one. 5 plus 9 is 14. 5 plus 9 is 14. Node Y, 3 plus 8 is 11. So out of this, least cost is, what is the least cost ma? In this step, which one we need to round off ma? Which one we need to circle it? Which is the least one here? So in every step we need to identify what is the least cost. In the first step, least cost is 3. The second step, 5. Now in this row ma, what is the least cost? Which is the least ma? Least ఏమవుతుంది? Which is the least one among 6, 11 and 14? Ma roll number 2. Roll number 2. Roll number 5.
Yes, sir.
Roll number 2 roll number 2.
Yes.
Which is the least one? వినపట్లేదు నేను అడిగేవి. Roll number 5. Roll number 5. 6. 11. 12. 14. 18. అరే వినపట్లేదు ఎవరికి? 33. మీ ఇష్టం ఏదో ఒకటి చెప్పండి రా. So least one is 6, 6 ma. The next path is UW X followed by V. Followed by V because this is the shortest one. Initial U, shortest one is 3, right? That's why we started with the path from UW. Then shortest is X. UW X. Next one is shortest is 6. We'll continue with UWXV. UWXV. So from UWXV we need to find the path cost to Y and Z. So Y it is 10. If you follow this path, UWXV, the least cost to node Y is 10. 3 plus 3 plus 4, 10. Z is 14. 5 plus 9, 14. Now the least among these two is least out of these two is 10, right? Then will minimum is 10 UWXVY. Then
is 12.
path, this is 12. Initially earlier the cost from U to Z is 14. Now if you follow this path UWXVY, okay, 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 2, the cost is 12. So this is the least cost path from U to Z. So here we found the least cost path to all nodes in the network from U. So from U to W 3, okay, U to X 5, U to V 6, U to Y 10, U to Z 12. So here we started at node U and we found the least cost path to all nodes in the network. All nodes in the network. So it constructs shortest path tree by tracing preceding nodes, and a ties can exist or can be broken arbitrarily. Okay, U2X5, U2V3, U2W3, U2V6, U2Y 3 plus 3 plus 4 10. Then U2Z 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 2 12. From U to all other nodes. These are the shortest path from U to all other nodes in the network. Is it clear, ma? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will share an example problem with you. You can find the shortest path and submit it as an assignment, because anyway we have to conduct quiz exams for 10 marks, right? So I'll, in place of that, I'll ask you to people to submit an assignment. And one more thing is, what about our Coursera course, ma? I told you to our class years. Actually, they have assigned a few marks to contact your advisor regarding Coursera course marks. Is there any update in that regard? In this regard?
Yes, sir. Total 4 marks for our course, sir.
Only 4. So I told you people to ask your HOD to increase the marks because it's a 7 or 8 weeks course. So awarding 3 or 4 marks is very less, right? I don't have any issue if you are agree with that. Not only our CN course, so there are other courses like IoT, CEO also. Very few marks, 2, 3, 4 marks are allotted for Coursera course. So what is the status of our Coursera course, ma'am? Have you finished the course?
So they have some the links and all the things. Means how many credits, marks, how the we will be starting, sir. Only our aims as well, sir.
Okay, fine, ma'am. This is another example. We'll see. I'll share 1 or 2 examples with you. Then you can find the shortest path using this. So it is very complex. If there are a number of nodes, for each iteration, need to check all nodes. Okay. So there are n into n plus 1 by 2 comparisons. More efficient implementations are possible by using this n log base n. The oscillations are also possible in this link state path routing. Example, support link cost equals to amount of. We'll see this in our next line. We'll move to DV algorithms. Okay. Oscillations. We'll see in. I'll explain in our next class. Don't worry. Then we'll move. I'll share 1 or 2 examples on link state routing algorithm. You finish it and submit it. Then we'll see distant vector routing algorithms in our next class. DV algorithms.
Okay, sir.
Okay, ma? Is it clear? Okay, ma. See you in our next class.